Friday. I had to think for a minute. It's like, what day am I on? Especially days that I work on Mondays. It kind of screws me over. But anyway, survived the week. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's been not only stressful as far as physically, I'm exhausted because of my back. I kind of slept, and I slept hard apparently because my back was stiff this morning, and I often, when I do that, I usually am sleeping in one position too long. Anyway, survived those 4 days. We did 12 houses in 4 days. Yes, that is a lot. Tuesday we did 2 houses. One of the houses was the big one, or large, as I like to count. What was it? Tuesday wasn't so bad. It was 3 houses, but it was a very emotional day that day. And I'll get to that point in a minute. Wednesday was 3 houses, and then Thursday was 4 houses. So, which usually Thursdays is 4 houses anyway. But anyway, it was exhausting. So yes, it was just a very emotional week. Just things were happening this week that were just emotional. We had basically a family meeting because things are just being put aside, and we're letting our distractions get the best of us, and so we're just always constantly busy. And we've discussed it as a family that we're going to be starting to slow down. Things are going to change, and we're not going to keep letting our family destroy ourselves and not be connected. That's what we've ultimately have done. We've literally just allowed ourselves to be constantly, because we don't want to emotionally be hurt by the things that we've been hurting each other, and we've allowed it, or everything else, get accumulated and distract ourselves, basically just to compensate and distract ourselves from the hurt, basically, is what we've done. And slowly but surely, God's been putting our thumb on it and stop letting the distractions get a hold of us and start focusing on Him, on God Himself, and not everything around us. And so slowly but surely, we've been letting things go as far as work in our church, as far as stuff around our house or whatever, stuff that is just meaningless, basically. I mean, we're still on task getting things done. We're still going to work, obviously. We can't just stop work, completely, because then we won't earn an income. We can't sustain that way. So we still are doing that, but we're slowing down as far as allowing people dictate and telling us what we have to do, instead of saying no. We're going to allow God to tell us what to do, and not letting everyone else saying, hey, you got to do this. And as a family, I've noticed, and I'm sure the family has noticed, that we allow people to walk all over us and tell us that we have to do certain things, or can you do this? And we're basically allowing ourselves to be their walking mat, and saying, because people rely too much on us. That's the problem. We're too reliable. Like, honey, we're not gonna go 100 miles per hour and do things that we're not called to do. It's like, you guys gotta get your act together and do things yourself, basically, and stop completely relying on us. And that's a bit of an abomination, It's like, you guys gotta learn to do things on your own, basically. So anyway, say the least, we've had a family meeting, and we've had, obviously, there was some anger building up. I had gotten angry, basically, because I was tired of seeing, I'm trying to be discreet with saying this, but some people end up being upset and crying all the time. And so I was just fed up, and I've had discussion with the person that upset the other person, and I was like, okay, enough's enough, basically. Of course, I didn't get everything out that I wanted to say, that I was discussing. It's weird, because I can have great conversations in my head and be willing to say it, and then it just doesn't come out. I don't know, I guess because I'm a wimp, I don't know. Or the devil keeps playing his adversary and trying to hold me down and saying, no, you're not going to say this. I'm like, No, I am gonna say it. And it always comes out like jumbled up words. I always get my words mixed up, and I am like, one thing I hate about myself is that words don't always come out fluently the way I would like it to be. So if you ever hear me jumble up my words, it's because I'm nervous and I don't know how to say it exactly. So it's kind of aggravating. But anyway, we're working on things as a family and getting things back to where it needs to be. So continue to pray for us. I appreciate it. Yesterday we went to Burger King. So yes, I have a Burger King cup here. I had gotten they had one of those one spout machines where you has a screen and you could pick what you want, and they had flavors and stuff, added flavors to the soda. We were gonna go through the drive-thru. Obviously, I was just gonna get orange soda, or root beer, because I'm big cutting back off of caffeine. Well, since we went inside, I was able to pick my own, and I did get Fanta, but I didn't get the orange. I got cherry, it's pretty good actually. Ricky had asked me, is that really sweet? Because usually cherry is really sweet. I mean, I didn't know how to express to him, because for me personally, yes, it technically is sweet, but I guess to my parents, because they don't drink sugary drinks all the time, they drink mostly water or coffee, and yes, it would be very sweet to them, but it really isn't to me or my brother. My brother and I drink sugary drinks all the time, so our body's immune to it. So it would be for those who don't drink very many sugary drinks. What it amounts to. Of course, now that's the next day, it's watered down. Lovely. I'll still drink it though, because I don't want to waste it. But it was nice to get my Whopper. My Whopper was a mess because the bun soaked all the mayonnaise and tomato juice and ketchup into it, and so it was falling apart, but I still ate it and it was still good. I was like, I am not really impressed with their fries. I like McDonald's fries better because, I don't know, I think because they're thinner and crispier, and plus the fact they actually have a lot of salt. These Burger King fries do not have a lot of salt on them. I had to add more to it. So, and I haven't had McDonald's, I don't know how long now. It's been probably over close to 10 years now, I think. It's either been close or it has been 10 years. I haven't had McDonald's in so long. Only because it is the most artificial food you can ever. It's the toxic food. I know some people would disagree with me on that, but it is. It's like the worst fast food out there. I mean, a lot of fast food is terrible, but McDonald's is like the worst food you could ever ingest. Would I ever go there? Yes, I would go there again just to, occasionally maybe eat. But I've had this streak where I haven't had it in years, so I probably would like to continue to do that. But would I ever go? Yes, I would. I honestly love their chicken nuggets. They have improved their chicken nuggets. They use more white meat instead of the dark, so it's more filling, and I just love the crispiness, and I love their sweet and sour sauce. Oh my gosh, their sweet and sour sauce is the bomb, and I cannot find them anywhere like that taste and texture and whatever. It is the best, versus I cannot find it in stores. I just cannot. So yeah. And I like their the 2 cheeseburger meals. Those were always good, even though they have onions on them. But since they're so minced up and they're all, and with the ketchup and mustard, it honestly is good. I liked it. So, and their fries, obviously, I like their fries. And their McFlurries. Oh my gosh, I love McFlurries. Do you guys comment down below if you do this too? If you like sticking your fries in ice cream, their McFlurries, dip your fries inside the ice cream, and it tastes so good. the first time I tried that was just the weirdest, bizarre thing, and I didn't think I would like it. I thought it was weird when I saw someone else do it, and then I did it, and I was like, ooh, this is good. If you do that with chips, or if you do that with fries, comment down below. I think it's delicious, honestly. It's sweet and sour, or not sweet and sour, sweet and the salty. It's just the bomb. But anyway, it's kind of how our week has been. I'm just exhausted, emotionally tired. Poor mom has to get another spinal tap this morning, unfortunately. So I'm hoping and praying that she gets the same doctor that she did the procedure the last time, and this will officially be the last time, hopefully, she has to go through this, because it is painful. Like, who wants a needle stick up their back? Up their spinal cord, especially a person that has scoliosis. You're like she has a curved back, like they have to be careful with that. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get myself going, and I'll see you guys later. Why is it I'm having issues with it being blurry? Why are you like that? Autofocus. I have to change it to manual, man. What is wrong with this thing? Alright, I'm gonna have to change it to manual because it's not, you know, working for me. Okay, I don't know why it went dark, but anyway, hello guys. I got a lot done. Well, kind of. I got, what did I do? I dusted, I vacuumed, and I started for laundry. So I got somewhere in life, I guess you can call it. Cranberry juice, and then I put crushed ice in it as well. But you guys know what time of the vlog is. It's Bible time, so let's get started. Let's see. We're in Exodus. Exodus chapter 15. Okay. A song of deliverance. Then Moses, the people of Israel, sang this song to the Lord. I am not going to sing it because I don't know the tune of it, and even if I did, I probably just would suck at singing it. So I'm just going to say it. I will sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. He has hurled both horse and rider into the sea. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has given me victory. This is my God, and I will praise him. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a warrior. Yahweh is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and armory he has hurled into the sea. The finest of Pharaoh's officers are drowned in the Red Sea. The deep waters gushed over them. They sank to the bottom like a stone. Your right hand, O Lord, is glorious in power. Your right hand, O God, smashes the enemy. In the greatness of your majesty, you overthrow those who rise against you. You unleash your blazing fury. It consumes them like a straw. At the blast of your breath, the waters piled up. The surging waters stood straight like a wall in the heart of the sea, and the deep waters became hard. The enemy boasted, I will chase them, I'll catch up with them, I'll plunder them, I'll consume them, I'll flash my sword, my powerful hand will destroy them. But you blew your breath, and the sea covered them. They sank like lead in the mighty waters. Who is like you among the gods, O Lord, glorious in holiness, awesome in splendor, performing great wonders? You raised your right hand, and the earth swallowed our enemies. With your unfailing love, you lead the people you have redeemed, and your might, you guide them to your sacred home. The peoples hear and tremble. Anguish grips those who live in Philistia. The leaders of Edom are terrified. The nobles of Moab tremble. All who live in Canaan melt away. Terror and dread fall upon them. The power of your arm makes them lifeless as stone until your people pass by, O Lord, until the people you purchase pass by. You will bring them in and plant them on your own mountain.
the place, O Lord, reserved for your own dwelling, the sanctuary, O Lord, that your hands have established. The Lord will reign forever and ever. Then Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and charioteers rushed into the sea. The Lord brought the water crashing down on them, but the people of Israel walked through the middle of the sea on dry ground. Then Miriam the prophet, Aaron's sister, took a tambourine and led all the women as they played their tambourines and danced. And Miriam sang this song: Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. He has hurled both horse and rider into the sea. Then the Israelites were all gloriously praising the Lord and just dancing before him, because they were thanking him that they delivered them from Pharaoh and everyone, and they tossed the people, basically killed them, but also saying thank you, keeping them safe. So, bitter water at Marah. Then Moses led the people of Israel away from the Red Sea, and they moved on to the desert of Shur. They traveled in the desert for 3 days without finding any water. When they came to the oasis of Marah, the water was too bitter to drink, so they called the place Marah, which means bitter. When the people complained and turned against Moses, "What are we going to drink?" they demanded. So Moses cried out to the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. Moses threw it into water, and this made the water good to drink. A little sidebar called protection from diseases. God promises that if people obeyed him, they would be free from the diseases that plagued the Egyptians. Little did they know that following his rules would keep them free from diseases. For example, following God's law against prostitution would guard them against sexual transmitted diseases. Today, God's laws still keep us from harm, but he can't protect us if we don't submit to his directions for living. It was there at Marah that the Lord set before them the following decree as a standard to test their faithfulness to him. He said, "If you listen carefully to the voice of the Lord your God and do what is right in his sight, obeying his commands and keeping all his decrees, then I will not make you suffer any of the diseases I sent on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you." After leaving Marah, the Israelites traveled on to the oasis Elim, where they found 12 springs and 70 palm trees. They camped there beside the water. So that is chapter 15. We're going to get into chapter 16 later. Why does it seem so dark? I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it's so dark. But at least it's clear, unlike the autofocus. I don't know. Can't win either way. Now we're getting into some ancient wisdom. I think we're on day 8. Yes, we are. And talking about a ticket to happiness. And what is happiness? We're going to find out. Happy is a man who finds wisdom and who acquires understanding. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. When you think of wisdom, what's the first thing that comes to mind? An old man propped up in his rocking chair, dispensing the little trisms he gathered up from the many years on earth? For too many of us, wisdom is not a now concept. It's an old man thing, a guy who searched for wisdom over a long, hard quest of life and has finally made it to his destination. He's found wisdom at last. But wisdom is not just for the latter. Wisdom is for this very moment. It looks good on people who still have hair, who still can go places, who still have their original knees and hips. Wisdom is for all ages, y'all. Not just for the elders. It's for my age and the younger generation as well. It looks good on people. Okay, I already read all that. The biblical concept of wisdom is not gray hair, but sheer vibrancy. Wisdom keeps you alive and happy. The Bible teaches that we're young only once, but you can be a fool for life. There is absolutely no correlation between age and wisdom. Some of the most foolish people in the world are people in their 70s and 80s who have never learned anything of lasting value in their long life on earth, or long walk on earth. Not from God, not from wise family members and friends, not from experience, not from life. But I know people who are young as 10 years old in their walk with Christ, yet who possesses much wisdom and counsel and attractiveness in their manner and conversation. It's amazing. God doesn't want to pour out his wisdom on those who are too old and do not to do much about it. Instead, he lavishes his wisdom on anyone, young or old, who has an open heart willing to listen, who really desires to receive from him, who is hungry to let God teach her from his word and by his spirit. Do you think wisdom is uncool? That it's sort of a semi-geeky, unplugged, whacked out, or otherworldly kind of pursuit that it might not go with your outfit or fit into well at the places you go and the crowd you run with? I'm telling you, that is the opposite of biblical teaching on wisdom. The wise person is the practical, down-to-earth person who really knows what's going on. They're not sober and stiff and stern and stodgy. Stodgy, I think that's how you say it. The wiser Jesus became in Luke chapter 2, verses 52, the more people wanted to be around him. It'll be the same with you. If you have wisdom, get ready for your phone to ring, because there's not a whole lot of wisdom to go around in this world. And those who are always in the process of receiving it from God are hard to resist. It's time right now to start seeking after wisdom, to reach after it with all your heart. You will be happy you did. Wisdom tucking. Is there somebody about your age who seems to have a lot of godly wisdom? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, there probably is some out there. I just don't know who they are personally. I know there's like some online that are around my age or a little bit younger, a little bit older, or something like that. But personally, I don't know them on a personal note, I guess. I'm not like friends with them, I guess you could say. So I don't know anyone personally, but I do know some people around my age that have wisdom. How do you think they got it? Well, obviously from God. Sometimes life experiences have given them wisdom on what to say and what to do and how to react, but I think ultimately God has given them the wisdom. I should say. Proverbs says to seek wisdom and to look for it. How's your hunt going? For me personally, it's going. It just seems like it's a slow process. Where have you found it recently? Mostly in the Word. I mean, obviously this book is very rich in wisdom as well. Oh, there's a Proverbs here. Anyone who listens to me is happy, watching out my doors every day, waiting by the post of my doorway. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 34. So, yeah. So we need to seek out wisdom, y'all. Seek it in our Word. Seek it through God. Pray through others, like godly influencers. I understand sometimes it's hard to decipher if they're being true or not. For me personally, if I know they're speaking the word, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, like the true prophets and prophetesses, teachers, leaders, whoever, speaking the word, I'll feel it in my spirit if I can decipher that way if they're saying the real things. Because it is kind of hard to decipher if this person's being real or not. So also ask God if they're speaking the truth as well. Alright, so that is our Bible reading of today. Crap. It's like I can hear a big thumping noise and it sounds like the washer is acting crazy. I have to go check on that. But anyway, I'm gonna go check on the washer because it's probably uneven load. Anyway, and I don't know what else I'll be getting to because I've pretty much done everything else except for clean the bathroom. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't have to get kid church lesson because I don't have to teach the rest of this month. I don't know if I'll work on the dollhouse or not. I don't know. Right now I'm going to go check on the laundry, so I'll see you guys later, probably this evening. So, hey guys, it's the evening. Not much has been done, I guess. My mom did come home. She is doing superb. She's doing well. everything went smoothly. So, yay, thank the good Lord, thank you, Jesus. You know, it's not easy. Well, just think about it. Like, you're gonna get a spinal tap. If you guys don't know what a spinal tap is, it's basically get a needle stuck up your, into your spinal cord. Of course, you have, if you're like myself, or, it's scary enough getting a needle stick up in your, spine. But then also the fact that you have a crooked spine as well. So you can imagine how frightening that is. And thank the good Lord, she had a good doctor, took care of the situation. So that's all good and dandy. She's just been resting this evening. Ricky had gotten back out. We had the Tree of Hope thing down at the Mount Hope. So that's for all the those who, I guess, those who have spouses out in prison, and that's for the families that are being affected by that. So all the families come out and they get, children get presents, and I guess the parent, they get a meal and stuff like that, and so they get ministered to, and then they get their gifts. So as much as the list goes on, so they get lists and people go out shopping for them, and so that's what's going on. I have gone to past ones, and it's a good ministry, okay? Don't get me wrong. It is a great ministry. It's just been crazy hectic at times, and it just feels overwhelming at times as well for me personally, and sometimes they usually have a lot of help. I'm still hoping they have a lot of help for the most part. So it's not like I've never gone or done these things. I've done probably like 3 or 4 of them. So, which is very nice. It's not about me, obviously. It's about the families. I have talked to the families. It's just been kind of hard for me at times to get over myself and start talking to people. Of course, during past couple years, they've had it a little differently because of situations where they had to social distance. So that's been kind of weird. I'm not sure what they're doing. I don't know if it's going to be held outside or what. Of course, it's cold outside. I don't know how that works. But anyway, hope everything goes well with that. And then it continues to still, and the people still get, their gifts and everything. So it's still being held, and for food and everything. So that is still a great ministry. Sometimes I go down there to Mount Hope to volunteer, and I've done volunteering. I think I've talked about that. I'm sure I have. It's a really great ministry, and I honestly love volunteering and doing stuff like that for those who need it. So it is an awesome ministry. I just don't feel led, to go to it. But anyway, he went down to help out and drove. So finished. Well, I'm not quite finished. I have 1 load in the dryer right now, but my last load, made tacos for dinner, even though I think I'm the only one eating. I think Mom kind of came, she already ate before she came home because she's gonna be hungry. So after she got her appointment, so her and Ricky went out and ate lunch somewhere. Oh, excuse me. But so she wasn't hungry. But I made enough for others to eat later, so Zachary might be doing that now because he kind of eats late, gets up late, eats breakfast late till like 10 o'clock. I'm not sure what time he eats. It's lunch. It's around like 2:30 to 3, and then he's eating like 6:30 to 7. I'm like, Zachary, you're so off schedule so much. Anyway, nothing really is happening right now. I'm just chillaxing, watching random things on YouTube. So, yeah. Didn't get the bathroom clean. Don't know when I'm going to do that because we have maybe tomorrow morning, because we have an appointment to visit our neighbor that used to live across the street. I think I've told you about this. We're going to go visit her in a nursing home. So we have some gifts to give her for Christmas and a card. But the whole family's going this time. Usually it's just either Ricky or myself and him. So
this mom is not in school and Zachary's, you know, he can be persuaded to going because, you know, he's going out to eat. We're going to go out to eat after, or I guess before or after, I don't know. Something's going to happen. So we're going to eat at some point and then visit her and eat maybe, or I don't know. Whatever happens, I'm not sure what time we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Why am I tired? I mean, I took a nap today, but that was mid-morning. I don't know why I'm tired. Maybe because I worked hard this week, I guess. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I really do. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate all those who are dedicated to watching, even though it might be a boring sesh. But thank you so much for still watching the vlogs no matter what. And me rambling about nonsense. Excuse me. And all the new subscribers, thank you. Or just people that following me. You don't have to subscribe. It would be nice, but you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Boo, okay? Do whatever you want. It's up to you. I'm not making the decision for you. We're the ultimate deciders of our fate, or we're the ultimate pure people that decide what we're going to do with our lives. No one could persuade us. I mean, we could be persuaded, don't get me wrong. The devil does it all the time. But we're the ultimate deciders, whether we want to do something for ourselves or for people or whatever the circumstance, or whatever it's good or bad, we're the ultimate deciders. So you can decide what you want to do as far as that is concerned. But I still love and enjoy everyone that does click on my videos. Thank you so much to all of you. So anyway, Jesus Crew, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for tuning in. As always, keep on smiling, stay positive. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.